And hello to everyone who is joining on the YouTube once again. Welcome, 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 and congratulations on being selected into the Leadership Accelerator Program for Young African Women. It's such a delight to have you on the call today. I have a rename too, so I'm not sure who that is. So, but please kindly rename. If you are there on the call, kindly rename. Welcome, Abisoye. Welcome, Sarah. Welcome, Micah. Welcome, Larry, of course. Welcome, Joy. Welcome, everyone. And so we'll just, quickly move in straight to our program for today so that I know that we're really busy people and we have a lot that we're currently doing. So we'll want to really make it as fast as possible so that we can give you your time back. And just to do that for us, to welcome us to give us the opening remark, we have no other person but the delectable Amabel Wakama, who is the Director of Programs. I think I saw Amabel on the call. Amabel, if you're on the call. Amabel, please, Amabel is traveling, so, there could be an issue, but she'll be speaking with us shortly. Hi, Amabel.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. So good to see
I
you.
hope I'm visible, audible, because the network is funny today. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
okay.
audible.
Thank you, thank you. Well done, Adrian and team. And yes, I'm actually trying to get set to head to the airport, so I'm going to make this very brief. This is just a welcome. Really, really excited about this year's cycle. Can you hear me? Okay, because where you put your ears, I wasn't sure if you're hearing me well. Okay, so I'm saying I'm really, really excited about this year's cycle of the Leadership Accelerator Program for Young African Women. It's something it's one of the programs at Leap Africa that we're extremely proud of and always excited by, because I think it's steeped in the belief that we have about the fact that when women are empowered and equipped to lead, then you see communities, you see institutions, you see nations rising, you see such reverberation of impact. And so we're very excited to always start the program, do this onboarding, meet the people that are going to be participating over the next few months, and just share about ourselves a little bit. So, for those who may not know, we are Leap Africa, and of course, Leap Africa is a Pan African nonprofit organization based out of Lagos, Nigeria, but doing work across the continent. And our mandate is to raise leaders that will transform Africa. And we've been doing this, we've been living out this mandate for over 2 decades, working across the continent to build a new generation of ethical, courageous, community driven leaders, young leaders who are disruptors, positive disruptors, who challenge the status quo, who design bold solutions, who address systemic problems. That is really why we exist, and we're very passionate about that mandate. And why this particular program? So this accelerator, I think for us is more than just leadership training as as usual, as typical. We see it as a space for growth, for community, for sisterhood, for rethinking, reimagining what it means to lead as a young African woman, especially when there's so many barriers that you face. It's about equipping young African women with the skills, the tools, the confidence, the network, the community, the platform to help them to lead boldly, to to take up space unapologetically, to act with purpose, to be purpose driven, mission minded. And we believe that leadership is not just for tomorrow, but starting from now. And if you see the way we've broken up the phases of the program, you'll see how we're spurring and catalyzing each each phase is catalyzing the young women to do something, to be more, to do more. And so, over the next few weeks, months, you're going to be challenged in a great way. You're going to be inspired. You'll be stretched. You unlearn some things. You relearn. You will be spurred. Optimized. You meet mentors. You meet allies. You meet co-creators. You begin to think and craft the kind of impact that we hope and we believe will reverberate beyond borders, beyond just where you are, but even across the continent. And at Leap Africa, of course, we're not just here to put this together, but we want to journey with you on that mission. We want to walk beside you as partners in purpose. So, rounding up, I'm very, very proud, very happy to have you as part of this community. So, I'm looking forward to us leading and disrupting together. So, I will stop there. Thank you, welcome, and I hope you have an amazing onboarding and an amazing next few months.
Thank you so much, Hamabel. Thank you very kindly for the opening remark. Take up space. This is why we're doing this, so that women can take up space, so that you can network, and of course, so that you can rise through the leadership ladder. And without further ado, I'll just quickly go into. Thankfully, Amabel has done justice talking about LEP, so I'll just deep dive into what the components of a programs are, so that you can better understand what the faces are. So just a minute. So I can share my screen. Please let me know if you can't see my screen. All right. I think that by now you can see my screen. Okay, amazing, great. So about the Leadership Accelerator Program for Young African Women. So you will hear a lot LEP. The full name is Leadership Accelerator Program for Young African Women. And what is the Leadership Accelerator Program for Young African Women? It is the capacity building initiative designed to address gender disparity in women's leadership on the African continent, specifically tailored for high potential young African women in corporate settings. This program aims to equip participants with the necessary skills, the knowledge, and to ascend. What are the skills? What are the soft skills? What are the knowledge that you need to ascend the leadership position within your organization or even outside of your organization? That's what Leadership Accelerator program is. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, it's for high potential young African women. So if you're an high potential young African woman, this is basically for you. Now, there are four progressive phases of the Leadership Accelerator program. And so the first phase is the free online course. There's a free online course, there is the paid intensive bootcamp, there is the Capstone project, and of course, there is the 3 months intensive mentorship. So I'll deep dive into it. Now, the free online course has 10 short-paced online modules with films which you have to complete within 3 weeks. Now, your courses are going to be starting on Monday for the new cohorts. And what we're going to be doing is that you have your courses there, which are going to be open on a weekly basis. Now, once you're done with your course and you're able to finish within the 3 weeks stipulated, then you move into something called the final assessment. The final assessment tests you on everything that you've learned during the the modules that you've had access to, the articles that you need to read, and of course, general things that you need to know. So I can assure you that you're going to have a nice time doing the assessment. However, to move on to the next phase from the free online course, you have to have scored 70% and above in your final assessment. Also, to quickly mention that as you have your modules that you're interacting with, you have some core courses where you're learning about mapping your career, developing executive presence, and so on and so forth. The next thing that you then have is that you have films which will to further impact your knowledge on what you've learned. You have films from the Sema Studios. You'll be hearing from them shortly. You have film from the Sema Studios to complement what you've been learning, and so that you can have a feel of, the things that you've learned from the online modules from each of the facilitators. At the end of this and this takes you in just 3 weeks. If you're like me, you'll finish the course before 3 weeks. And so when you're done with these courses, the next thing, like I mentioned, but you have to be done in 3 weeks. I know there are a lot of questions or some things I need to mention there, but I think I'll leave that to the Q&A session so that we have a better understanding of it. Now you then get your a link to do your final assessment. After the final assessment, if you score 70 and above, and you're within the ages of 23 and 35, you then move into the paid intensive boot camp. Now, this 1 week intensive bootcamp, which is paid, we target a cohort of 40 young African women just so that we have our impact. And you have to have completed your online course. Like I mentioned earlier, 25 to 35, pardon me. You have to have completed the online course within the designated time frame, which is 3 weeks. Now, at your physical boot camp, you have workshops, you have panel conversations, and of course, you have one of my best parts of the physical boot camp. You have the safe space where we're all just having conversations without cameras, without videos, without recording, and we're just bearing our hearts as career professionals. what that looks like for us, what that even looks like for us individually. And so we're having that conversation at the fiscal boot camps. Last year, we had difference. I think we had safe space like 2 or 3 times because participants kept saying that they wanted that and they didn't want, we're supposed to have like a dinner, but they wanted safe space, which was fine. So this year we're also looking to have something like that. But beyond the safe space is also the quality and the caliber of facilitators that we bring on to have conversations with you. We had a lot of amazing people. Don't worry, you will hear testimonials from our alumni who are on the call right now, who you can see on the call. And after you're done with the fiscal boot camp, which is 1 week, this year we're going to be having the fiscal boot camp in Lagos, Nigeria. So if you have checked your email, I'm sure you saw that in the email, and it's paid, and it's 500,000 naira for those who will be paying naira, and $350 for those who will be paying dollars. But I assure you, that's what you're going to be getting is far more, way more than what we are asking for you to pay. And guess what? What you're paying is just even the commitment fee. The boot camp is the full payment for the boot camp is $1,500. So we're just asking you to pay a commitment fee of $500. Now, at the end of the boot camp, you have capstone projects. After you have learned all the things that you've learned, your online course and all of those things, then you then have your boot camp. After the boot camp, we then come into the capstone projects. Capstone projects is saying, see, I'm done with the online course. I'm done with the physical boot camp. Now, this is me giving back to the society. So your capstone projects will be you giving back to the society to implement a project or a program within the space of 3 months. And and after that, so that you can give back to the society and give back to the organization. And after that, or even during that, we then give you a mentor. Now, you have a mentor depending on what your needs for a mentor is. We'll give you a mentor, one-on-one mentor, or you have a mentorship in group. Now, what your mentor does is that your mentor holds you for 3 months. 3 months, 3 official months. However, I'm sure the ladies on the call will also mention to you that some of them have relationships with their mentors beyond just the 3 months that we have earlier mentioned, that I've mentioned. So you have a relationship with your mentor. Your mentor is given to you based on the needs that you have identified. So take, for instance, I'm in banking sector and I want a mentor who is in the banking sector. We'll then give you a mentor who is in the banking sector that and hold you within 3 months. Somebody say, oh, I don't want a female as my mentor, I want a male. We'll definitely try to get you that kind of mentor as well. So that's what the leadership accelerator program is. Those are the faces of it. I forgot to mention that for this year, we are going for your certificates. So the certificates for the online course will not be free. It's going to be at the rate of $30 for the online course itself. $30, $20 to 30,000 naira. So if you're paying naira, 30,000 naira. If you're paying in dollars, it's $20 for the certificates, which then gives you the opportunity. So even this is certificates that you can present at your work, and even in your JD, something you can put there as part of your personal development and of course professional or even leadership development. Not to speak much, I know that there will be a lot of questions right now. And I will definitely get back on those questions. But right now, we're going to be taking it away to listen to our LAP alumni who are on the call already. I can see Opeolu, I can see Aisha, I can see Oluwatobi. I'm trying to see the other the other alumni I have so that I can mention them. Okay. But right now, just because of the way it's arranged, I'll just mention Opeolu first. After Opeolu, we hear from Aisha, we hear from Oluwatobi, who will share their experience during the bootcamp, during the course, the phases of the course, and then what is happening a year. This is over a year after, right? And what is happening now? So over to you, Opeolu. It's good to see you.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you can hear me. Okay, so I'm really glad to be here. Thank you, Aderisola and the team at Leadership Institute for this opportunity to give my feedback. It's been such an incredible experience so far. I call it an experience because truly the impact transcends the time that we spent, at the boot camp and throughout the entire process of the online training and all that. I think three things really stood out for me from my experience. The first is that we had the opportunity to actually meet with diverse people, including, facilitators who came. The experience was really rich. You get to hear about things like male allyship, which is very critical. And I was able to reflect on my journey and see how my life has been transformed by the kind of allies I've had, not necessarily just female, but also males, and how, as women, we can, take advantage of the people that, are put in our lives at different points in seasons, right? And the second thing that stood out for me was the personal talks we had. I think Aderisola mentioned it earlier on. And those sessions were very critical in being able to hear very honest conversations that a lot of women do not hear about. And it was really such a safe space for a lot of women to actually pour out their hearts. And you get to hear about things that most people would not necessarily share openly. But then you're able to glean on some of the stories, some of the lessons, and also be able to serve as a support system to some of the women you would meet, during the entire process. And I think finally, the one that has really helped me and I continue to also leverage on is the open conversations about money and investment. And I think that was really life changing because it's one thing to always have plans on paper, but it's another thing to actually implement. And implementing it is where, the difference, comes alive. And so right now I am, putting my money where it should, make profit for me. I'm able to invest in the money market. I'm able to think about stock options. So these are tangible things that really make an impact in a woman's life, because if you're financially independent, it actually changes your life for the better. And I think a bonus there is also having a mentor beyond the time you have allocated for the 3 months of mentorship. I have a very good relationship with my mentor. She has been truly instrumental and helpful in my career path so far, and I can say without a doubt that this is such a life changing opportunity for every woman who has the opportunity to jump on it. And I hope that you have a great experience as we did, and even better. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Opeolu. Thank you for sharing that profound testimonial. It's so great to hear that from you. So amazing to hear that. Aisha, over to you. It's good to see you.
Hi, Aderisola. Can you hear me, please? Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Aderisola and Leap Africa team for this opportunity. It's so good to be here, and I'm so happy to know that another set of women are going to take up this journey, right? So one thing I'm going to tell you is to all the new participants is this is not just any kind of program. It is a program that is worth experiencing. It's a life-changing experience. And beyond just the money, you're going to get real value for your money. So from the online phase, you might start to feel, oh, it's a lot of work, but please hold on to your grit. Make sure that you see it through. Make sure you read for the assessment. Make sure you pass it. And then when it comes to the boot camp, make sure you just be yourself, be ready to learn. And if I would say, what are the things that stood out for me? Everything particularly stood out for me, right? But I think one key thing is the fact that you could be in a room and feel like you belong, not just in aspect of meeting people, but in aspect of learning on how to build yourself. So when I stumbled on Leap Africa, right, I was in a situation in my career where I don't even know where I was heading. I know I had a lot of things I wanted to achieve, but I don't even know how to go about it. But I will tell you, Leap Africa sets the pace for me. And today the story has changed. I always know I want to go into humanitarian. I want to be an advocate for change, gender equality, but I don't even know how to go about it. And one thing that helped me was the Capstone project. It gave me a leverage to even understand what it means to actually impact. And with that, I was able to understand the fact that, okay, I needed to actually take up on this journey. This is my dream, this is my passion, and I can do it, right? So, like Opeolu said, the safe space was the best of it all. We actually had a bonding session. Everybody was pouring their hearts, and it felt like you are home away from home. And we all were able to share our experiences, share our problems. And right there, as women, we are able to actually give each other some hugs, some solutions. And that's what supporting women is. Like Aisha said, this program is for high potential women. So if you're in this program right now, you're on this call, I want you to know that you're a very lucky person. You're just stepping into your season of understanding, your season of grace, your season of becoming, and I wish you the best. Thank you so much once again, Leap Africa, for this opportunity. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to shine, to fly, and to be who we want to be. Thank you so much, Aderinsola.
Thank you so much, Aisha. Thank you. It's so good to hear that your capstone project gave you a clearer purpose. Like I told you, ladies, if you are doing the Leadership Accelerator program, every aspect of it is speaking something to you and is driving you closer to your leadership goals. Now I can see Oluwatobi. Hi, Oluwatobi. It'll be so good to hear from you.
Hello, please confirm you can hear me. Okay, great. Good afternoon, everyone. It's such a delight to share my experience at the last Leadership Accelerator program for young African women. I'm most grateful to Leap Africa for the opportunity to be a part of it because I just look back at the last 1 year and I think and say, what if I didn't attend this program? What would my life be like, right? And at the program, one of the things I said at the physical edition was that this is literally an accelerator program. When they say something is an accelerator, it's kind of like speeds you up. It shortens your time. So as women, you know how it is when they say women like to take their time. Women just like to take things easy. But you go for a program and the program is telling you that move, 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 right? And I'm grateful for that opportunity. The program was divided into phases, and at the online phase, that's the first phase one, I was like, hey God, which kind of wahala with this? It was like a lot of information to soak in, knowing my background as an entrepreneur, right? So most of the things I was learning was, for the first time, I was hearing different kind of conversations, and I'm like, okay. And that kind of like opened me up to want more for myself, to want more for my life, to understand that there is more, right? And so in the Sema Studios, the video sessions, Sema Studios, so in the online phase, you watch some videos. And one of the things that watching the videos did for me was it opened my mind to the opportunities around me. So there are times when you ignore some things and you're like, this one no concern me, but it opens your mind in such a way that you're wondering that, how can I be more useful? How can I be more impactful as a human being, right, in the society? And I want to admonish us to please pay close attention, watching those videos and opening your mind. I know that the physical bootcamp has an age restriction, and I had some friends that had the online experience, and they're like, no, why age, and all of that. But I want to assure you that if you are serious with the phase one, you literally, and you are above 35 or above the age, you have all that you need to fly. Literally, if you pay close attention to it, please see it as your own opportunity. Please, you'd learn a lot and you would be able to do things for yourself differently, even with attending only one phase. Now, what have I learned? I'm able to juggle more things. And one of the things, I got to the physical bootcamp, and a lot of people say, what's your LinkedIn? What's your LinkedIn profile? What's your LinkedIn? As an entrepreneur, you go on Instagram, Facebook, have your e-commerce store. And then I'm like, there's actually a life on LinkedIn, right? So it made me more intentional about putting more stuff out there, being professional. I'm now able to show up better. I'm juggling entrepreneurship. Now I have a 9 to 5 because I saw the quality of women saw the quality of women that were there, and I said I wanted more. I'm able to juggle my role as a mother. I'm able to show up as a friend to my people because I came for this program. I came for an accelerator program. Lastly, what is it now for me? I'm able to network, build relationships. The people I met on the call in the physical edition have become sisters, such that we're doing things together, and people are wondering that, did you guys know before? Right? We're able to do more things. We're able to even introduce our families together. There was a particular day somebody came, we went to the basketball court, and people were asking, where did you know? I'm like, his leadership accelerator program for young African women. We're able to see people that think alike, that behave alike, and you're like, this person is my kindred, right? So please stay open, get ready for an amazing time. I promise you, this is nothing like you've ever seen before. The Leadership Accelerator program for young African women was designed for you. Please grab the opportunity, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Oluwatobi. That was really eye-opening. So you can see how people are now having. Oluwatobi, by the way, you didn't invite me to the basketball courts. Maybe we'll have this conversation later. But this is so good. It's good to see that beyond you even going to the courses, the fact that you also have network of friends who can push you. Women will be in the room who are aiming high, and you also want to do the same thing as well. I see that Precious is on the call. She's unable to turn on a video, but Precious, we're happy to have you. Again, if you have your name, if your name is Aderesola, you're not Aderesola, kindly rename on your device. So Precious, over to you.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Shayo.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. And what do I want to say now that my colleagues, my colleagues have not said, but I would say that just to reiterate what they said, I can especially relate with Toby. For somebody like me, when I was going into the boot camp and I prayed, I'm not ashamed to say that I did pray, and I asked God that this has to give me some sense of clarity, because I always felt like I could do so many things, and I'm a quick study, so I learned how to do things. So I had a group of things that I could do, and it felt like I had to do one thing and drop other things. But then when I went into the boot camp, by the time I was coming back, one of the things that I learned was everything that I could do was an expression of myself. So at the core of everything is me. So I don't have to drop anything for one thing to shine. Each and everything that I do is an expression of myself. And when I settled that, when I understood and I accepted that, I'm not able to juggle all of those things. Nothing is lacking. I'm doing all of those things, and I'm thriving in each and every one of them. Also, by the time I was going to the boot camp, I was married and I had kids. So I wanted to see women who did that and they were thriving. I wanted to learn how they did it. How did you balance it? They keep saying you can't do this and do this. How are you going to do this? And I was like, okay, let's go and see. Did they do it? And I'm very happy to report that they did. So I guess my testimony would be for maybe a married woman here who has kids, who wants to be more than just a mom, who wants to be more than just a wife. You are the right place. Whatever that you have to do to get to the end, just ensure that you do it, because again, especially at the boot camp, those 5 days, it was, and the energy was unbelievable, and the energy stays with you long after you've left Lagos, because I live in Abuja. It stays with you. You want to do something and maybe you're like, who sent you now? Is it your type you're looking for? You will just remember, forget. People have done it and they did it, so I can do it. You ginger yourself, because the energy, it stays with you long after. And every single session, the women that are coming to speak to you, the men that are coming to speak to you, all the officials, they really want you to win. Nobody's gatekeeping. Nobody's looking at you somehow. That's not the energy. We're here to make you win. We're here to help you realize yourself, to bring out the greatness that you somehow see in yourself, but don't think that you can achieve. And it's a beautiful thing. It changes your psyche. It changes the way you look at yourself. It changes the way you view yourself. I think I was telling somebody that when I came back and somebody saw me and our kids go to the same school, she's like, something about you has changed. I'm like, I went somewhere. And it's true because I carried myself different. I changed the way I dressed. I changed the way I spoke because like what I want to do, I've seen people do it, and they gave us the blueprint of how to do it as much as they could possibly do in that room. Like I said, no gatekeeping. They're giving you the secrets how they handle this. So I learned, and I'm implementing it, and I can tell that I've changed. But I keep by the time I came back from the boot camp, I think I was telling Dare the last time I saw her that my financial capacity has changed because I earn way more, way more. Like I ginger myself. There's money to be made. People are making money. People are doing what they want with their money. So I earn better. I live better. The way I raise my children is also better because one of the sessions that we had, somebody said that you must know your family values, and those are one of the things that stop it mentality because I didn't even know what that meant, but I know what it means now, and I'm implementing it. So I think the thing that I want you to take away from this is if you put your mind to it, if you really put your mind to it, it could be a life altering experience. You would absolutely never regret it. After the bootcamp, I have collaborated. Before the bootcamp, there were many things that I wanted to do, but I didn't think that I could. After the bootcamp, my project, I first of all, I taught 35 women digital skills. I didn't even take myself serious enough to be able to do that, but I did it. After that, I collaborated with a friend of mine. We are now presently doing a mentorship program for other girls. That's the kind of thing that we're doing. We are making ourselves better, and it's because of the things that we learned. And of course, there's the sisterhood. It's not, I don't know how to explain it. You know, when they say you literally find your sisters, you find your people in that camp, and it stays with you. It really, 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 really gives you the ginger and the community that you need. And every woman needs that community. So thank you very much for the opportunity. I hope that one or two things I've said sticks. And I'm really rooting for each and every one of you. If you need a personal question, if you think you can want to ask me a question, you can reach out to me. My Instagram is my name, Shayala Desomi. My LinkedIn, everything is Shayala Desomi. If you have a question you want to ask, I will be happy to help. Like I said, the more the merrier. Thank you very much, Leap Africa. Thank you, Damien. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, Shayo. Thank you for, saying that. This is really, I think that for this testimonial, some of them, I'm just even hearing them for the first time today. And it's so good to hear you share all that amazing stuff. Financial capacity changes when you join LAP. I think that'll be the next slogan that we start using now. So because of our time, I'm going to ask that the remaining two people who are going to be speaking, please just stick to 2 minutes. Please, who is that? There's somebody whose microphone is okay. Okay. So I'm just going to ask that you stick to just 2 minutes so that we can quickly run by. Thank you. We have a hard stop. All right, over to you, JM.
Yeah, hi, hello everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
I'm really excited to be part of this onboarding, and well, mine will just be a few because I have to run. Well, to the new ladies for Lab 4, I mean, you're going to really enjoy yourself. One thing I can say that I really picked out from the Leap Africa program was that you shouldn't be afraid to go for things. Like just have that audacity to go for things. Even if you think you don't fit it, just go for it. You never know. Maybe someone who was supposed to be there was not supposed to be there, and then you were the next person that was supposed to. So just go for things. Have that confidence that no, I also can go for this thing. And I realized that you can never do something without sacrifice. You always have to sacrifice one thing or the other. So it comes with finances, it comes with time, it comes with efforts. You just have to sacrifice something to get something if you really want it. So to the new people, I would urge you that don't take this projects or this Leap Africa program lightly. Take it as something that you really want to achieve. Like it's going to be a big thing for you. For me, for instance, lab has opened doors for me, and thankfully, next month I'm going for a much bigger and international program from this, and it's all due to Leap Africa. So I'm really, really grateful for the opportunity, and the new people, please take it seriously because it's going to really change your life. As my colleagues are saying, it's going to really change your life. So that's all I can say. So thank you very much for the opportunity, Darren. I'm really grateful. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, my Latu from Ghana. It's so good to hear you speak about, the opportunity that you have now and to hear the amazing testimony that you shared as well. Amara Chukwu, are you on the call? So that you can speak now. Please, 2 minutes. So after Amara, we'll then move on to the next place. Amara. Amara Chukwu, are you on the call? Okay, now that I do not
Sorry,
have.
I was trying to unmute.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay. All right. Please, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Hi. Hello, everyone. It's so good to be here. I want to say that this program was really one of the best things that happened to me last year. I met so many beautiful people. And then, like, as she said, like financial capacity increase. Like I from this program, I learned to be audacious. Like, when you say like, let me be audacious, let me do it, right? And I met so many beautiful people, so many projects. Like it was just a very, very wonderful program. So I dare say to everyone that is here, like collect everything that you can collect, make friends, have fun, present, like be engaging, like explore. And I'm telling you that you meet someone that most likely wants to do something that you want to do. You can collaborate, you can do so many things. I'm still up to now, like there's so many benefits that I'm still getting from right now, and I'm so grateful. So I dare tell you that you can go for everything that you want to go during this program, meet a lot of people, and also participate and everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Amara Chukwu. And now we'll just take it on to hear from Sema Studio. Unfortunately, we couldn't have the representative from Sema Studio on the call this afternoon. She has to travel as well, but she has, shared a video for us, and I will just be sharing that right about now. So please just get ready in a few seconds. Okay. Okay. Please confirm you can see. Okay, I think I'm showing you something else. Just a second. Okay, great.
Hello, Leap Africa. Hello to each of the amazing women that are part of the 2025 cohort of the Leadership Accelerator program. My name is Virginia Pitaro. I'm the Director of Global Partnerships at Sema Studios. Receive our warmest greetings from Los Angeles in California. And it's our honor and our joy to be here today. We are partnering for the second year in a row, and the purpose of this collaboration between Sema Studios and Leap Africa is to offer you our eye-opening, our bold, and our relevant short films to all of you, so you can enrich your learning experience at this program. We have handpicked and curated 6 short films for all of you during this online training. So you'll find a link to the specific film in 6 out of the 10 modules you have as part of this program. But also, you'll see that you'll get a flyer with a link, an access code to enter the platform. That allows you not only to access those 6 films that are part of this program, but also to watch our collection of almost 300 short films from across the globe during the entire year. And you'll see that these films are a tool for your own, for the work that you are already doing. So you'll find films that help you understand an issue that you really care about better, or you'll find stories from communities and individuals around the globe that maybe are already developing a solution that contribute to the problem that you care about. So you'll find like a source of information, knowledge, and inspiration to advance your own cause. We can't wait for all of you to access the films, to make it yours, and to really use it as a tool for change. Congratulations to all of you for being selected to be part of this really valuable program, and welcome, all the best on this journey. And I'll be here to support you throughout the program in case you have any questions or you need a suggestion of additional titles that can enrich your learning experience about a specific issue. So through the Leap Africa team, do not hesitate to reach out to me if you want to learn more or to have a conversation. But for now, welcome. Congratulations again. All the best on this journey. And I really hope these short films can enlighten and enrich your learning experience. At Sema, we really love what we do. We believe that the way we source the content through the Sema Awards, this is a global competition. So every year we select the best documentaries that really can give you this authentic perspective of what is happening in the world. And then we invite those winners of the awards to be part of these impact programs, this online platform called Sema Academy. And this is the way we fulfill our purpose. When these films get to your hands and to your eyes, so you can make it yours and use it as a tool for change. Thank you so much for being part of this program. Thank you, Leap Africa, for your trust and for another year of this joint work that we really love so much. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you so much. And right about now, we'll move on to something really fun about your online course. And I will be calling my colleague, who is the Learning and Development Coordinator, Sarah Wichi. Are you on the call, please?
Yes, I am, Madam Salah.
All right, Sarah, over to you. I'll just pull up. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Please confirm you can hear me clearly. Okay. All right. So I will just run us through the learning management system. Good evening, everyone. And Madam Salah, I hope the slides can come up now. Okay. All right. So before I start, I want to give a shout out to Oluwatobi. When she was giving her testimonial, she did, advocate for intentionality with the virtual courses. And that's where I really want to start from. I know the physical bootcamp has this long-lasting feeling that it gives to those that attend. However, you can also get maximum satisfaction from the online courses if you are intentional to, pay attention and take the courses as you should. So I would give us a walkthrough of how to, access the courses and, take your learning. First is your email. So you should have gotten an email from leapinstitute.africa by now in your inboxes. So please check your email. That's the email you had used to register for this program. If it's not in your inbox, please check your spam folder and just, make sure that you check out through your email just to find the message. So you should have gotten a message that says you have been enrolled to Leadership Accelerator Program 2025. And it has its directions on how to go about logging in. Now, for some persons who have interacted with the Leap Institute.Africa before, you are just expected to click on the link and then sign in. However, if this is your first time, it is very important that you set up your password before you try to access the courses. If you don't set up your password and you just the platform directly, you may have access to this course because you have been enrolled to it specifically. So we expect that you set the password, and after setting Okay, is Aderinsola on the call? All right, thank you. Okay, so I was at the express signing, and you're expected to enter your password and then re-enter it so that you confirm it. Ensure that you use 8 characters when signing in, and please ensure you use something you can always remember. After that, you move on to page 4. That's step 4, where you see a message that says, welcome back, your name and the first letter of your last name, which shows you the course. Now, in a bid to improve the experience for our learners, we have put the whole course bundle for the Leadership Accelerator program into one single course. So you wouldn't be seeing multiple courses that you have to take one after the other. Rather, you just see one course on your screen, as you can see on mine. You click on the start course and then you enter into the course module. The first thing you are going to see is the facilitator's profile of the facilitator's profile that carries the first video that you're going to watch. However, if you look on point 5, you can see that there is an arrow showing you a drop down, like a 3-step arrow that you can click on to see all the courses at a glance. Step 6 shows the courses that you are expected to take. So it's a mixture of the Leadership Accelerator program core modules and also Leap Africa's values modules, which you're expected to complete all. Now, we encourage you not to skip videos just because you can. There is going to be a very rigorous assessment at the end of this online phase that qualifies you into getting into the physical bootcamp. And as you know, the certification is paid for. So it is worth paying attention to take your courses properly, and then you are ready and fully fitted to take the certification exam. So that's all on how to navigate the courses. I'm looking out to see if anyone has already started that. We can see that over 100 people has already enrolled into the courses as at this morning. So please do so if you've gotten the email. It's advisable that you start as early as you can. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us by email. Thank you. Over to you, Aderinsola.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you for, sharing that. Thank you. I think that I'm trying to look through in case there are questions. We have a hard stop for 4:05, and I'm just looking to see how we're able to, manage our time, because I also know that I see a lot of questions that we're asking but thankfully some of them are repeated, so it would be easy for us. So right now, I'll quickly dive into the questions that we have. And please, in case there are questions that you still want to ask and we may not be responding to on the call, kindly send an email to lap@leapafrica.org. Again, send an email to lap@leapafrica.org, and we'll be happy to respond to your message, to your questions. So just a quick, just for me to quickly check through the questions. Unable to see that right now. Can you still hear me? It looks like my network is dragging. I apologize for that.
Yes, we can hear you, Aderisola.
Okay, great. So I'm just going to pick some of the questions that I can remember. My network is taking a while to load the questions, but I know that somebody had asked that, do we have participants that are not just from Nigeria? Yes. We have participants from Uganda, from Kenya. We had somebody, we had people from Kenya, from Kenya, Ghana, Cameroon. I'm trying to remember the countries again, South Africa and all of that. So we have participants spread across Africa. In short, right now on the call, for our call for applications for the people that's registered for the online, we have about 50 countries, 50 African countries. So don't worry, there's somebody from your country that is also attending. So just a minute, it's taking me a while to bring up
Okay,
the
I'll
questions.
support you to take the second question as you go on.
Okay.
So someone is asking the question, if Leap Africa offers a letter to organizations to help facilitate leave for the 5 days of the physical bootcamp. Absolutely. If you need us to do that for you, we would support. So you just send an email to lap@leapafrica.org and we'll help you with that. Aderisola, can you take the
Yes, I can see it now. So thank you very much, Sarah. Somebody's asking, will data allowance be provided? No, please, we are not providing data allowance. This is not a program where we are providing you data allowance for you to be able to uptake your courses. We believe that you should be able to do that from your own end. And also see a question, in which country is the bootcamp taking place? The bootcamp is going to take place in Lagos, Nigeria. And I see a question, what other expenses to be considered outside Nigeria? So for outside Nigeria, you're only paying the $350, but however, you would be paying for your air tickets and all of this. But what your $350 takes is your accommodation, your feeding throughout the entire process, some writing materials and all of that. So that's what is providing. We're providing your accommodation for the 1 week. The only thing that you are going to probably be doing from your end is your flight tickets to and fro, but we're also picking you from the airport from our end. So I think I see are there any alumni from other countries, that is Uganda? Yes, we have alumni from other countries, and if you want us to connect you with them, we're happy to do that once we get your permission to help you. When is the 5-day boot camp? We're looking to tentatively, we're looking at the 8th of September. However, that does not mean that you have to down pay around that time. It's the 8th of September, and we'll get these details more across to participants who scale through to the next stage. Is the fellowship paid, or will Leap Africa pay us? Sorry, Leap Africa is not paying any participants for the program. So if the fellowship is paid, the bootcamp is paid for. And that's the only thing you're paying for apart from your certification. The bootcamp is costed to be $600. It's costed to be $500. However, because you're going to be getting your certification, we've decided to bring it down to $350 and 500,000 naira for participants. So you can start saving now and start getting yourself ready. For people who are coming from other countries, you can start trying to work through getting your visa so that you can arrive in Nigeria. You'll be having lots of glitches. Will accommodation and flights for those no, we are not paying for your flights. However, we'll take care of accommodation from our own end. All of our participants are going to be in the same hotel or facility for the bootcamp. Please, I'd like to know so I think I've mentioned that again. The bootcamp covers your feeding, it covers your accommodation, it covers your writing materials and so on and so forth. The 3 weeks for free online course starts which week? Yeah, thank you for that good question. I mentioned it before, but I'm not sure you got that. The 3 weeks starts by next week, Monday. However, you already have access to the learning management system, which Sarah earlier mentioned. So by Monday, your time starts now. That's the word I'll use it. So will Leap Africa offer our respective organization? Yes, we'll definitely give you a letter for your organization, but you have to ensure that you pass through. Don't forget that your pass mark for the online assessment is 70% and above. We said this is for high potential young African women. Will we have a WhatsApp group? The WhatsApp group that you will have will only be for the participants who scale to the physical bootcamp. However, there is a community on the learning management system where I will be interfacing with you weekly to hear what you've learned and to just so that we could discuss. And also you can discuss with your participants as well, with other participants as well. Don't forget that if you need to ask us any questions, you only have to come to LAP. My colleagues will help to put that in the YouTube box now. lap@leapafrica.org. lap@leapafrica.org. So I see if someone passes the first stage but cannot afford the fees for the bootcamp, will someone proceed to the next stage? Unfortunately, you cannot proceed to the next stage if you cannot pay for the bootcamp. Like I said, the bootcamp is fully reduced. Participants will scale to the next phase. We understand, and right now we haven't still gotten. This is not we still haven't gotten like a scholarship for LAPS, but once we do, we'll definitely open that up. Please, can you throw light on the expenses for Nigerian participants? It looks like it's a paid program. Yes. What is a paid program is your physical bootcamp and of course your certification for the online course. Now, for the physical bootcamp, the only thing you're paying is 500,000 naira, which covers your accommodation, your feeding, your writing material, and every other activities that we're going to be doing in the bootcamp. So that's what your current fee, that's what it says. I would like to ask if someone can represent me in case I'm unable to attend the bootcamp. No, nobody can represent you if you're unable to attend the bootcamp because you were the one that did the courses yourself. I have a hard stop now, and I'm just really going to really round off from this point because what is the next step for those who have not received their emails? Please check your spam. I'm not sure. I think Sarah mentioned that. Please, some of you, your emails are already there now. Kindly check your spam and refresh. Some of your emails could be there. The physical bootcamp is going to happen in Lagos, Nigeria. We would not be disclosing the particular venue because it's really just for security. It's for those who scale it to the next level. Thank you. For those who have received, your next step is that you have to then begin your courses on Monday. You get an email to tell you that your courses have started. So if there are any other questions, please don't forget to shoot me an email in lap@leapafrica.org. And right about that, I would just call on Joy Godwin as she, just gives us the closing remark and votes of thanks. Thank you. Hello, Joy. Yeah. So Joy Godwin, the program manager at Leap Africa. Hi, Joy. Thank you so much for joining the call.
Hi, Darren. Good evening or afternoon or, whatever the time is your end. Good day. It's definitely been a delight being here and just listening and taking in everything from the beginning. Thank you all for staying on. I see that the numbers keep going up, even on YouTube. Thank you so much for staying on to this point. It's been such a pleasure on our own part to share this space with you, to share this time with you. Aderinsola has done a great job. Sarah, with Sema Studios, they've laid such a great foundation for what promises to be a truly transformative journey for you. For today, I would like you to think about today as not just an onboarding in that sense. Think about it as you have been activated to go there, right? You've been activated to start up. Now we've introduced you fully to the program. You've gotten a sense of how the platform would run and all the programs that would happen. But we're not just trying to teach leadership.
from what everyone has said, right? We're not trying to teach you leadership. We're trying to nurture what's on your inside and put it out there. And even from testimonials of participants, of our past participants on the program, you can see that there is a nurturing that has come forth. So for us, we're looking past your potential. We know that there is potential, but we're saying beyond this potential is action. Beyond this potential is you giving your best to your world. So thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to this, getting to this point with us. This program is not a finish line. It's not ending here at all. It is a launch pad. One of you had said it very clearly. One of the alumni had said it's an accelerator. So know that it's not a finishing. It's an accelerator. We're putting you out there and you are going. It's about you being seen. It's about you being heard. It's about you getting engaged and knowing that we've only just started. So the things that will come next from what you have heard, and I think another alumni had shared how it will challenge you. It will stretch you. The courses will stretch you. It will challenge you, but it will inspire you and it would also equip you. So I want you to think about how you'll be inspired, how you'll be equipped, and the better version of you that would come up afterwards. So don't feel discouraged at all, right? Know that you can also lean on your community. You're not here by chance. We saw something in you, right? And it's something powerful. It's something beautiful, and it's something that our world needs today. Hence, you're being here with us. So, in the next few weeks, be ready. Stay ready to learn, come curious, come curious, yeah, be open to learning, come ready to unlearn certain things, come ready to even relearn some things you used to know, right? Come ready to build, because again, a capstone project was mentioned at some point. So come ready to build, come ready to grow, and know that on this journey you are not alone. No, ladies, we are not alone. It's about us being surrounded by community. You have a community of sisters. Yes, you have a community of sisters. You have a community of mentors. You have a community of facilitators. And we are all here rooting for you, cheering you up every step of the way. So let's make it count throughout. And yes, welcome again to the Leadership Accelerator Program for Young Women. All right, now, take care.
Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you. Now you heard from the program manager herself, so please get ready and please take your courses seriously. It's very important that you do that. I saw a question again, and I just quickly want to answer that and just go off the call. So somebody had asked a question about how many days. It's 5 days, like we mentioned before. It's 5 days and somebody says if you're in Lagos and you cannot afford to pay for the boot camp and you want to attend from home, no, sorry, you cannot attend from home. The activity starts very early. So thank you, everybody, and I'll be responding to your emails at the lap@sleepafrica.org. Thank you for joining, and do have a great rest of the weekend. Bye.